Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Katie's next move against Claire, sister drama puts Victoria in tight spot. The Young and the Restless I&R spoilers reveal that Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinle, will hope for some family bonding time during the week of July 8 to 12. Now that Johnny Abbott, Paxton Mishkind, and Katie Abbott, Sienna Mercury, are back from boarding school, Victoria is rooting for them to truly connect with Claire Grace, Haley Aaron. Of course, that plan hasn't worked out very well so far. Claire's first meeting with her new siblings led to some awkwardness with Johnny and some tense moments with Katie. Johnny doesn't exactly seem enthusiastic about having a new big sister, but he's at least curious about Claire and has encouraged Katie to give her a chance. Katie, on the other hand, was trying to send Claire to live with the Abbotts. It's clear that Katie doesn't trust Claire, so she's struggling to view her as a real member of the family. It seemed like Victor Newman, Eric Braden, was getting through to Katie on some level when he played up his past experience at the orphanage. Victor tried to help Katie get a better sense of what a lonely childhood was like and urged her to make Claire feel welcome. Even if Katie tries to be more accepting for Victoria and Victor's sake, she may end up lashing out again in the end. I&R spoilers say Claire will face more family drama in the coming episodes and will feel like an outsider. Katie could make another move against Claire, even if it's a subtle one this time around. It's easy to imagine some uncomfortable moments during some activity that Victoria pushes Katie, Johnny, and Claire to participate in. Katie might initially try to be cordial, but that doesn't change the fact that she doesn't really know Claire or feel any sort of connection to her. Unless Katie is willing to make an effort to form that connection, Claire's always going to feel a barrier between them. Victoria will inevitably feel stuck in the sister drama, which will put her in a tight spot. Despite Victoria's attempts to get Katie to come around, she may not want to push too hard when challenges arise. Claire and Katie's bond is something that needs to happen more organically, so trying to force it could make matters worse if Victoria isn't careful. Katie might blow her top again if she reaches her limit. Based on our Y&R predictions, Victoria will keep hoping for good news when it comes to her family unit, but she'll have to tackle some obstacles along the way. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire will feel discouraged following the family time that's looming, so stick with us for updates on any disastrous bonding sessions. The tension in the Newman household was palpable. Katie stood by her window, staring at the sprawling estate of the Newman ranch. Her mind raced as she contemplated her next move against Claire. Ever since Claire's arrival, everything had changed. Claire, with her charm and cunning, had managed to ingratiate herself into the family dynamics, creating a rift that Katie found increasingly difficult to navigate. Katie's bedroom was her sanctuary, a place where she could strategize and plan. She knew Claire was no ordinary adversary. Claire was clever, always a step ahead, and knew exactly how to manipulate situations to her advantage. But Katie was determined not to let her sister undermine her position in the family or disrupt the delicate balance she had worked so hard to maintain. Downstairs, Victoria paced the living room, her thoughts as tangled as the family drama unfolding around her. She loved both her daughters dearly, but the constant bickering and scheming were wearing her thin. Victoria knew she had to find a way to mediate between Katie and Claire, but the task seemed Herculean. How could she choose sides when both girls were so fiercely determined to have their way? Katie knew she had to act decisively. She picked up her phone and called her confidant, Summer. Summer had always been her ally, someone she could trust implicitly. "Summer, I need to talk," Katie said, her voice trembling with urgency. "What's going on, Katie?" Summer replied, sensing the gravity in her friend's tone. "It's Claire. She's up to something, and I need to figure out what it is before she causes more trouble. Can you come over?" "Of course I'll be there in 20 minutes, Summer assured her. As Katie hung up, she felt a glimmer of hope. With Summer's help, she might be able to uncover Claire's next move and counter it effectively. She needed to protect her family and her position, and she knew Summer's insights could be invaluable. Meanwhile, Claire was in her room, meticulously planning her next steps. She knew Katie was a formidable opponent, but Claire thrived on challenges. The key was to stay one step ahead, and she had a few tricks up her sleeve. Claire's ultimate goal was to secure her place in the Newman legacy, even if it meant outmaneuvering her sister. Claire's thoughts were interrupted by a knock on her door. It was Victoria. "Can we talk, Claire?" Victoria asked, her voice gentle but firm. "Of course, Mom. What's on your mind?" Claire replied, masking her irritation with a sweet smile. Victoria sat down on the edge of Claire's bed, her eyes filled with concern. "This tension between you and Katie, it's tearing our family apart. I need you both to find a way to coexist, to work through your differences." Claire sighed dramatically. "Mom, I'm not trying to cause trouble. I just want what's best for the family. But Katie sees me as a threat for some reason." Victoria shook her head. "It's more complicated than that, Claire. You both have strong personalities, and sometimes that clashes. But I believe you can find common ground." Claire nodded, pretending to consider Victoria's words. "I'll try, Mom. For you, I'll try." Victoria hugged her, hoping her words had made an impact. As she left Claire's room, she couldn't shake the feeling that this battle between her daughters was far from over. Katie and Summer sat in Katie's room, discussing their next steps. Summer was quick to suggest that they gather information on Claire's recent activities. "We need to know what she's up to, who she's been meeting with, what she's planning," Summer said, her eyes narrowing with determination. Katie agreed. "I've noticed she's been spending a lot of time with Dad lately. Maybe she's trying to win him over, get him on her side." "That's possible," Summer mused. "We should keep an eye on her. Maybe plant someone close to her to feed us information." Katie's mind raced. "We could use Tessa. She's good at blending in, and Claire wouldn't suspect her." Summer nodded. "It's worth a try. We need every advantage we can get." As they finalized their plan, Katie felt a renewed sense of purpose. She wouldn't let Claire take over their family. She had to protect their legacy, and she was willing to fight for it. The following days were a whirlwind of covert operations and subtle maneuvers. Tessa, with her calm demeanor and keen observational skills, began to gather intel on Claire. She reported back to Katie and Summer with every detail she could uncover. "She's definitely up to something," Tessa said during one of their secret meetings. "I overheard her talking to someone on the phone about a major business deal. She mentioned Dad's name several times." Katie's eyes narrowed. "She's trying to undermine me in the business too. This has to stop." Summer leaned forward. "We need to find out what this deal is and expose her before she can finalize anything." Katie nodded, her resolve hardening. "Let's do it."